Jace Tunnell here with the Mission Aransas National Estuarine Research Reserve at the University of Texas Marine Science Institute. Today I'm here on the beach in Port Aransas, Texas, and one of the things that people always send me, they're like, what are these yellow bottles that are floating up on the beach, and they have all these triangles that are taken out of them. And you know, I figured out a number of years ago that these were all coming from around the Dominican Republic, you know, Haiti, and you know, I don't know, you know, I guess they don't have the right waste management over there or whatever the reason, but we find these yellow bottles all the time. And so these are actually, if you look at them, they're vinegar bottles. They say vinagre on them. And every single one of these that I have has triangles in them. Those are all sea turtle bites. You know, they could also be triggerfish bites. You know, it depends if they have a tab. If they have a tab on them, hanging off, sometimes that could be considered triggerfish because of the way their teeth are. They could leave a tab. But there's also different brands. So Soli is one of the major brands. L-I. That's one of the ones that we find the majority of these of. But here's another one called Costanza. They have this little pinch top on them. Actually, every brand has that little pinch top on them. And I've never seen one that's open, which is odd. So I don't know, whenever they use this, they break it open, or I don't know. I mean, I just don't see these on the shelves in the United States. Oh, here's one that's pinched off, and then I guess they can pour out the vinegar. Now, how do I know for sure this is vinegar? Well, about a month ago, I found a whole, it was a clear bag, and it had about 5 of these in there. And they were unopened. They didn't have any turtle bites. They were full. And so I squeezed it, and I guess because it had been in the sun for a while, it broke open. But vinegar just went all down my arm. I mean, for one, it says vinagre on there. But for the other, I mean, the smell, it was, you know, I smell like vinegar the rest of the day. It's like, oh man, what in the world? Now, there's some other similar type bottles that we find that have that pinch top, white. Now this, it says Clorox on it, so I'm assuming, you know, that's like bleach or something. But same thing, you know, just turtle bites all throughout the whole thing. Now, every once in a while on the high tide line, because I'm always looking around, you know, if there's seagrass, stuff like that, you can find a triangle that's been bitten off. And so whether this has gone through the digestive tract of the turtle, I don't know, maybe. Maybe they bit it off, it broke off, and it just, you know, floated and got in the high tide line, and that's where I found it. But I find that pretty often, these triangles. Thought that was interesting. But, okay, so all of these, let me hold these up. I found all of these within, I mean, it was not very far. I would say, you know, within a 10-minute period, I found all of these in the high tide line. If you're in an area where they're scraping the beach and cleaning it, and luckily there's a lot of good people that are out there picking trash up, that's awesome. Some of these areas were a little more remote, and that's where I found this stuff, where nobody's picking it up. What happens if we don't pick it up? It becomes available for other animals to eat, or it can be washed back into the ocean, and then, you know, more sea turtles biting it. So it's always good to pick all that stuff up, even if it's not just vinegar, but any type of trash. But okay, with that, that's what I wanted to show you. Let me know if y'all have any questions. Thanks, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.